What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here in the What Did You channel. Welcome back to another episode of the Cleveland Browns retro rebuild here on Madden 21 on the PC. That is right, we are back and we are in the year 2018 and we are going to hopefully win another Super Bowl this season. We've had some struggles in the past. We've been knocked out of the playoffs a few times in recent memory, which is not the best. But we are coming off of a Super Bowl. And, wait, are we coming off of a Super Bowl? I think are we coming off? I don't even remember. I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a minute since I recorded one of these. So, I don't honestly remember if we were coming off of a Super Bowl or not. I guess I could check the league history when we actually get into the video. But as for this little intro, I just want to say, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Let's get into the season. All right, so the most recent Super Bowl champion was the New York Jets. So I was wrong. I, for some reason, thought we were coming off a Super Bowl. I don't even know. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I know now what's going on. We are in week 3, like always. I've got the draft class loaded up, and it's already been scouted the first time, so we'll check that out in a second. But we are 2-0 on the season, hopefully en route for our second perfect season of this series. We did it a couple years ago. Hopefully we do it again this season. I don't know. It's pretty tough to do that in simulation, especially. We've got a couple big contract negotiations as well. In the last episode, we got Ndamukong Suh. We traded for Ndamukong Suh, so now he is on the squad. We've got such a good team, bro. Like, this is crazy. I know Suh is 31 and he's only 93 overall, but it's Ndamukong Suh. He only wants $20 million, so that might be enough to bring him back. I might be willing to pay him that. We got Bobby Wagner up for a contract as well. He's going to be around $50 million is what it says. Odell Beckham Jr. is up for a contract. Aaron Donald is up for a contract. Travis Frederick, Stefon Diggs, Adrian Amos, Ali Marpet, Tyreek Hill, Grady Jarrett, and Corey Linsley, because we tagged Corey Linsley last year. Now, as for my thoughts on what we do, I don't know. I want to bring Odell back, but on the other hand, I don't. Because we've got a lot of good wide receivers. So I don't know if it'd be worth it to spend probably close to $100 million to bring back Odell Beckham Jr. Plus we're definitely bringing back Aaron Donald. We are not sure about Ndamukong Suh. I mean, for $20 million, it might not be bad. I'm going to think about Bobby Wagner. I'm not sure about that yet. Travis Frederick we're bringing back because we need a big center. We need a big-time center. Stefon Diggs probably bringing back. Adrian Amos probably not bringing back because we do have a lot of strong safeties and free safeties. So we're pretty good on that. Ali Marpet, not sure about yet. Tyreek Hill we're bringing back. Grady Jarrett probably not bringing back. Corey Linsley probably not bringing back. So that's my thoughts on what we're looking like for this. I'm not 100% sure on Bobby Wagner, Odell Beckham, and Ali Marpet. Not sure about him either. Unless I just said... Did I just say that I wanted Ali Marpet back? I can't remember. You guys see how bad my memory is? It's bad. Okay, so taking a look at the squad. God, this team's good. This is one of the best teams I've ever put together in any Madden game. We've got Patrick Mahomes as the starter this year, and Lamar Jackson behind him. So hopefully Patrick Mahomes can take that next step and become the Patrick Mahomes that he is in real life, basically. We got Zeke, who takes over at running back with Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara. Then we've got Odell, Stefon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, and Michael Thomas. This is one of the reasons why I wasn't 100% convinced in bringing back Odell, because we've got these talented young wide receivers behind him that are still growing and still have potential to get to where Odell is. On the offensive line, this is the best our offensive line's ever looked in its entire existence here in this series. We've got franchise tackles in Trent Williams and Joe Thomas. We've got franchise guards, and we got a franchise center. So it's phenomenal in there. And then Gronkowski, obviously, a tight end. On the defense, this defense is fire. This defense is real good. Aaron Donald up the middle, along with Ndamukong Suh now. Then we got Joey Bosa and Myles Garrett coming off the edge, along with Buckner and Ngakoue. On the linebacker side, we got KJ Wright, Bobby Wagner, Kuechly, Von Miller, Jalen Smith, Darius Leonard, Ryan Shazier, TJ Watt. Linebacker core is nasty. Harrison Smith and Jamal Adams is our strong safeties, along with Earl Thomas and Malik Hooker as our free safeties. This is one of the reasons why I wasn't sure about bringing back Adrian Amos, and I'm probably not going to bring him back, is because we got Malik Hooker last season in a trade. So that's why I might not bring back Adrian Amos. As for the corners, we got Stefon Gilmore, Byron Jones, Sherman, Pat Pete, and Tyrann Mathieu. And I am a little bit curious, if we trade Earl Thomas, we could move Tyrann Mathieu to free safety, which is what he plays in real life, and we could get another corner. I'm not 100% sure if I want to get rid of Earl Thomas yet. He is 29. I think we drafted him, right? Yeah, I think we drafted him here. And we're good on safeties, but I mean, it wouldn't be the worst move to get Tyrann Mathieu. Plus, he'd be a starter. He'd be able to develop even more, probably better than if he was a corner. So, I don't know. It's something to think about for this offseason. We might move on from Earl Thomas and move to Tyrann Mathieu at free safety. So, that's, I think, all the recapping that I needed to do with you guys. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else besides the college players. So this is obviously the 2019 draft class, right? 2019 draft class, right? This is the 2019? We're in the year 28. Yeah, so this would be the 2019 draft class. Kyler Murray, Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams, Clelin Ferrell, Devin White. Wow, this is weird. This is actually the top 4 right here of the actual draft. That's pretty cool. So what I'm thinking about, we don't need a quarterback this year unless we take like one of these younger guys later, like a Gardner Minshew, Trace McSorley. Maybe we even take Dwayne Haskins, because I'm sure he'd probably fall. We don't need a running back. I wouldn't assume that we needed a running back. I mean, there's a couple in here maybe later that we would take a flyer on, like a Rodney Anderson, or maybe Myles Gaskin, Elijah Holyfield. Maybe we take a flyer on down later. Wide receivers. Don't need a wide receiver, but I could use an extra one maybe. Like, I wouldn't take a guy in the top 2 rounds, I don't think. Maybe not. The only guy I probably would go for is an A.J. Brown, because he's a big-bodied receiver. Go up and get the football. DK Metcalf would also be another big-body receiver we go and get. Or Terry McLaurin, just because I like Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry's amazing, and he's a Buckeye. So those are 3 of the guys that I'm looking at, and probably are the 3 most likely options if I do take somebody. Only because they're big-bodied receivers, and then Terry McLaurin's just like really fast and good. On the tight end side, I don't think we need a tight end. There are some decent ones in the top half, with Hawkinson, Noah Fant, and Irv Smith. There are the decent ones at the top. Not really much going on in the bottom half. And like I said with last year's draft, I remember saying this last year when we were going over this, we're starting to get to the point where in real life we don't know. It's too early to tell how good these guys are going to be. Obviously, with like the real good players like Nick Bosa or guys like that, of that caliber, where they were good right out of the gate. It's hard to tell with some of these guys how good they're going to be, and they may not have reached their potential yet because it's so early into their careers. So, I mean, we're in 2019 draft right here. So, I mean, it's 2021 in real life. So, this is way too early to decide how good somebody's going to be. Like, I wouldn't know in real life. Maybe Greg Little is going to be the greatest left tackle of all time. He's probably not, but who knows? Maybe in this series, he could be. As for guard, we don't need offensive linemen. I mean, we could use maybe a backup, maybe a young backup, like a Cody Ford or a Bobby Evans Jr. at guard. Probably not, though. Center, we're pretty good on. We could use a backup since we're probably going to get rid of Corey Linsley unless I trade for somebody else. So maybe like an Eric McCoy in the second round we get. Right guard, we're pretty solid on. Right tackle, we're pretty solid on. Michael Jordan's there as well, not the basketball player. As for the defense, there's really not a lot on the edge. I remember in this draft, I mean, Chase Winovich is a pretty decent player. Rashawn Gary up here is pretty decent. But not really a lot of talent in this year's edge class. Besides like Nick Bosa, Brian Burns is super fast. And Montez Sweat's pretty decent, but that's about it. There's really only about 4 or 5 edge rushers in this class. Usually you get a couple more in a good edge rushing draft class, but that's about it for this one. D tackles, you got Ed Oliver Jr., Quinnen Williams, Christian Wilkins, Jeffrey Simmons, and Dexter Lawrence. Those guys are all pretty decent. Draymond Jones is pretty good. Who else is down here? There's got to be some other guys down here, right? Anybody? I don't think so. Josh Allen, the linebacker, not the quarterback. Ja'Kai Polite, Christian Miller, Dre Greenlaw. Is that everybody? That's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody in the outside linebackers. Devin White obviously just won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. He's very fast, so we're scouting him. We're looking hard at Devin White. Devin Bush is here as well. Mac Wilson's pretty decent. Andrew Van Ginkel's pretty good. That's about it for middle linebackers. Outside linebackers, Taki's here. He's decent. That's about it. I forgot how bad the linebacker class was for this year. But like I said, it's too early to tell. Corners, DeAndre Baker, the man that really screwed up his whole life in real life. Look him up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Byron Murphy, Rocky Sin, Sean Murphy Bunting, Trayvon Mullen, Greedy Williams. There's some really good corners that we could go for a little bit later in the draft, like a Kendall Sheffield, Julian Love, Justin Lane. Maybe we take a guy like a Sean Murphy Bunting in the second round. I don't know, maybe late first round. There's some options here. It's not the deepest corner class, but it's not one of the worst ones that we've seen in recent iterations of this series. On the safety side, Darnell Savage, Nasir Adderley, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Marvin Tell, Deontay Thompson. It's an free safety class, just an class. That's all you can really say about it. Strong safeties, Jonathan Abram, Taylor Rapp, Monty Hooker. Not the best strong safety class I've ever seen in my life. It's not the best draft class, really. It's not very deep in terms of late round talent, so that's probably why we're going to have to trade away a lot of these picks, but that's like we always do. As for picks, we currently have the first overall pick, but that will likely change because the team that we traded with will probably not be that bad for the entire season. So we have the first pick, the 13th pick, the 16th pick, the 19th pick, and the 28th pick. We will obviously not use all of those picks because we just don't have the room on the team to possibly use all those picks. And plus, we are coming to the end of this series, so we won't need these players. We probably won't see these players develop into what they could be, which is another thing that I want to bring up. I am probably going to end it after this season. No, I said that wrong. After next season. I was saying this season because I was looking at the 2019 draft class. So I probably will end this series after next season before we get to the 2020 draft class, because as far as I know, the people that I've gotten these draft classes from have not gotten the portraits for the 2020 draft class. So like Joe Burrow, Chase Young, guys like that in that draft class. They do not have their actual in-game pictures. So I just feel like that would ruin the immersion factor of having just a bunch of generated faces on with the names of like Joe Burrow and Chase Young and guys like that. So I feel like we should just end it there. Unless I can find a draft class to put in here that has their actual portraits, then I'll keep it going until that year's done, because obviously there's no 2021 draft class because they're not in the game yet. So we're either going, it's coming to an end. The Brown series is coming to an end, and then in a couple, or from when we get close to ending that series, I will then announce the team that I'm going to be doing the next series with. I think you guys probably have a pretty good idea of who it's going to be. Just think of some teams in recent memory that have been pretty bad throughout the years. So we've already done the Dolphins. We've done the Browns now. So just think of some other teams. There's quite a few actually that I could do, but I think there's one that stands out above the others. So keep that in mind as well. We've got a ton of draft picks. We won't obviously use all those picks. We will trade them for either players or other draft picks, and then we will go from there. So that is everything that I needed to talk to you guys about before we start simulating. Like always, we will simulate till the end of the season when something interesting happens, and we will play one of the final games of the regular season in this video. I hope you guys do go and enjoy. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Let's get simulating. All right, I'll pull you guys back in because we are in Week 16, and the reason we're in Week 16 is we're gonna play this game against the Colts because Week 17 is against the Chargers, and you guys have seen plenty of times me go up against the Chargers. So we don't need to play the Chargers in the regular season, and when we got a chance to play a different team like the Colts, we might as well take it. So we're gonna play the Indianapolis Colts in this the end of this episode. But I do want to wrap you guys up and bring you guys up to speed with how the team is looking. We've grown to a 97 overall on defense, and we are looking very solid. We are 13-1 on the season, and it's very stupid because I was 12-0. I was 12-0 on the season. We go and play the Lions, who are like, I don't even know what the Lions were. They were under 500 though. And in week 14, the one that just passed, you can't see it now because the Packers are there. But in week 14, we played the Lions, and they were under 500, and we simulated, and we lost. We were 12-0, and we lost to the Detroit Lions, so that's very upsetting. Madden just doesn't want me to go undefeated for 2 years in one save. So they stopped me there. We are 13-1. We hopefully will be 14-1 after the game against the Colts, and then 15-1 against the Chargers. We have the 1 seed, I'm pretty sure, locked up. I have not checked, though. But we have the 1 seed for right now locked up. We have a playoff spot guaranteed. But do we have the 1 seed locked up? What are the Chiefs looking like? The Chiefs are not even here. They're 9-5. So, yes, we have the 1 seed locked up for sure. Because even if we go 13-3, the best anybody else can do is 11-5. So we got the 1 seed locked up for sure. Easy money. That's perfect. And now taking a look at the team, we've got Patrick Mahomes up to an 81, 82 with the boost. We've got Zeke Elliott, who's doing very well. He's growing really good. Odell's still here. I have not traded him yet. I won't trade him until it's on camera. But the defense is really what's been the reason why we've won. We've got Joey Bosa 85, Aaron Donald at a 93, 94 with the boost, and Myles Garrett at a 90, 91 with the boost. So we are looking very good. This team is amazing. This team is really, really good. As for negotiations, I've signed a few guys to contract negotiations. I signed Travis Frederick to a contract. I signed Aaron Donald to a contract. So we got those guys locked up. I got Tyreek Hill as well signed to a contract. But I said I'm not interested to these guys. I made my decisions on them. We can always franchise tag one of these guys if we really have to. But I have not made my decisions on these 3 guys yet. Bobby Wagner and Ndamukong Suh and Odell Beckham Jr. I have not made my decisions on them. Yes, I know that Odell wants more money now than at the beginning of the season, so that probably screwed me. But it's okay because he's Odell Beckham Jr., so we may end up paying him. He's probably, out of all these guys, Odell is probably the only one I would consider bringing back, like, guaranteed. But then again, it's like not guaranteed because I don't know what I want to do with those 3 guys yet. That's why they still have not signed, and I probably will not make a decision on them until after the playoffs are over. Speaking of before the playoffs are over, I want to show you guys the stats on the season because I still have not seen these yet. These are the regular season stats up until week 16. I will show you them. Will I show you them again later? I don't know because they won't really change that much in this week and next week. But Patrick Mahomes has 3,800 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, and 9 picks. Zeke Elliott almost has 1,000 yards. He will hopefully get over 1,000 yards within these 2 weeks. 230 carries, 10 touchdowns. Derrick Henry's got 6 touchdowns on 109 carries for the backup. That's pretty good. Odell and Devontae Adams both have 77 catches. So Patrick Mahomes has favored these 2 guys and kind of left the rest out in the cold. But Odell's almost got 1,000 yards. Nobody else is probably going to get there unless Devontae Adams has like a 200-plus yard game today. I don't think he will, but nobody else will probably get there. As for the defense, Luke Kuechly once again leads tackles, but this time he did not get over 100. He still has the opportunity. Remember, there's 2 games left, so most likely Luke Kuechly will get over 100 tackles before the end of the season, which is fantastic because I think he's only missed it one time where he didn't get over 100 tackles. Myles Garrett leads in sacks with 11.5, then Aaron Donald at 10, Von Miller with 8, 7.5 for Sue, Bobby Wagner and Joey Bosa have 4, 1.5 for Luke Kuechly, and then 1 for Pat Pete, KJ Wright, TJ Watt, and DeForest Buckner, and then a half sack for Gilmore, Harrison Smith, and Jalen Smith. As for the interception, Stefon Gilmore with 4, Harrison Smith 2, Tyrann Mathieu with 2, Bobby Wagner, Kuechly, and Thomas with 1. Did anybody return it for a touchdown? That's the big question. We do have 1 touchdown. Earl Thomas got a pick 6. That's pretty cool. Any safeties? No safeties. Ooh, a lot of block kicks. 2 for KJ Wright, 1 for Thomas, and 1 for TJ Watt. Any forced fumbles? 2 forced fumbles from Wright and Patrick Peterson. We didn't recover either of those, so that's not the best. But, I mean, 1 pick 6 for Earl Thomas. That's pretty cool. Will Lutz, in his first season as our starting kicker, won 11 of 18. Not the best. That's best. That's 61%. That's not good. And then 52 was his longest. He did make every extra point, which is good. He did have 1 blocked, so you can't really hold it all against him. As for kick returning, Alvin Kamara seemed to be doing a lot of the kick returning for some reason. I don't know why he was doing all the kick returning. I may have to check that before we go into the game. The awards, Ryan Tannehill is leading MVP, and then RG3 and Marcus Mariota are right there. So our 2 former quarterbacks right there at 2 and 3. Do we have Patrick Mahomes in here? No, we don't. Coach of the Year is finally me. It's about time we get some respect. And the AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Ryan Tannehill. Ray Maualuga for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Mike Gesicki's in the lead for it right now. That's interesting. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Bradley Chubb. You would assume that's so. Ooh, Tycon Lewis is doing pretty good. That's nice to see. Ryan Tannehill, best quarterback so far. Ezekiel Elliott, best running back. Golden Tate, best wide receiver. Trent Williams, best offensive lineman. Malcolm Brown, best defensive lineman, with Donald and Garrett coming right up on him. They still have a chance for it. Best linebacker is Navarro Bowman, which is confusing because then Ray Maualuga. Didn't Ray Maualuga win best defensive player of the year, or has a chance at it? Yeah, so why wouldn't Maualuga be best linebacker? Doesn't make any sense. But Janoris, he still has a chance for it, obviously. This is only week 16. Janoris Jenkins, best defensive back. Best kicker, Daniel Carlson. Is our guy even in here? No, he's not. Steven Gostkowski, up there. It's nice to see your former players still doing well. But then again, I wish they weren't, because we've given the Seahawks and the Eagles 2 franchise quarterbacks. So that's a little bit... Are they both in the playoffs? Seahawks and Eagles? Eagles are. No Seahawks. So RG3... I don't think the Seahawks have been in the playoffs since we've given them RG3, which is interesting. But Mariota's there, so maybe we face off against Marcus Mariota in the Super Bowl. That would be wild. That would be absolutely crazy if we play Mariota in the Super Bowl. But now it's time to play the Indianapolis Colts in Week 16. Let's get this started. Smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Let's go play them Colts. All right, so we jump in here on a 3rd and 3, and I just realized that we're playing the MVP, the possible MVP, in Ryan Tannehill, and we're playing our former kicker, Steven Gostkowski, so that's pretty interesting. And I do realize that it's not Patrick Mahomes' player model. I'm not sure why they didn't get his player model in this mod, but it's not his player model, let's just say that. All right, we've got another 3rd down. This time it's 3rd down in inches. Hopefully I can get this time. Throwing it up to Gronkowski, who did not jump. So after that mistake from either me or Gronkowski, we're going to go and get the ball back because our defense is awesome. And now we are in the red zone with Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, no, our big-time center, Travis Frederick, has gone down with an injury. That is not Pog at all. That is not Pog. Now we got Corey Linsley as our center, which is not bad, but it's no Travis Frederick, and what a catch from Stefon Diggs. What a throw from Mahomes, but what a catch from Diggs. Let's go, baby. That was awesome. That was really cool. All right, the Colts have gone up another touchdown on us, 14-7. We got under 2 minutes to get these points back before half is upon us. Nice throw to Gronkowski. We're going to do a little levels concept here and then have hopefully Odell get open. It's a hit on the throw, and Odell Beckham Jr. with the touchdown catch. Let's go. Right in the breadbasket. Patrick Mahomes delivers a bomb as he's getting nailed. Boom. And we're tied. It is 44 seconds before halftime, and our defense is giving us the ball back. So we have a chance to take the lead against the Colts before half, and Stefon Diggs gets number 2 on the day. I thought that was going to get picked or at least knocked down, but Diggs turns it into a touchdown within like 3 seconds. Holy crap, that was awesome. It is 35-17. Let's get a little bit of the defense here because I haven't shown the MVP at all. And Earl Thomas just stood him up on that one, knocking it down. That's a turnover, baby. Let's go. We've got another 4th down situation for the Colts. It's 4th down and 2. Tannehill is under center. 42-17 is the score. And they're going to run it and get the first down. Von Miller was just a little bit too late. Shane Vereen powers through. So stats on the day for your Cleveland Browns. Mahomes went 17-23, 223 yards and 3 touchdowns. Zeke Elliott ran for 183 yards on 27 carries, 3 touchdowns for Zeke as well. 6 catches, 61 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Diggs. Odell had the other touchdown on that big throw and catch and run. I don't know what I was trying to say there. From Patrick Mahomes to Odell that I showed you guys earlier. And then tackle leaders was Ndamukong Suh with 10, Gilmore with 9. Sacks were Suh with 2, Von Miller with 2, Buckner with 1, and then a half a sack shared between Kuechly and Myles Garrett. We picked off Tannehill twice, so we picked off the MVP twice by Gilmore both times. Did he return either of those for a pick 6? He did not. So maybe this hurt Tannehill's chances to be MVP. I'm not 100% sure. I hope it does because that's a bad MVP, Ryan Tannehill. But let's go, and then we will get back to the main menu, and we'll simulate the next game and then get to the playoffs, and we'll start from there. All right, so we are here in the divisional round of the playoffs. And to wrap up this video, at the start of next episode, we will have to play the Indianapolis Colts. Guess who we just played at the end of this episode? The Indianapolis Colts, yes! So we got to play them twice in the span of 2 videos, which is fun. I didn't realize that we were going to have to do that. I would have played the Chargers. But it's okay. It is what it is because guess who won their wild card game? The Eagles. So now they're in the divisional round and they have a good chance of making it to the Super Bowl, which would be, that's the main thing that I'm trying to get here. I'm trying to get a Browns-Eagles Super Bowl so we can get a game against Marcus Mariota. That's what I'm trying to get so bad right now. We got to get through the Colts and then either the Dolphins or the Chiefs. They got to get through the Rams and then either the Panthers or the Cardinals. So it's going to be a tough road for both of us. I hope that we can do it. I guess I can show you guys now, maybe not the stats, but the awards, because now the awards are final. That's weekly awards. Let's check out the awards. So Ryan Tannehill does win MVP. We win Coach of the Year. Ryan Tannehill wins Offensive Player of the Year. Malaluga Defensive Player of the Year. Gesicki, Chubb, Tannehill, Zeke, Golden Tate, Trent Williams. It's all Mario Williams wins Best Defensive Lineman. I don't think he was he winner? I don't remember. Bowman, Gilmore, and Daniel Carson. So it all stays the same. I'm pretty sure it all stays the same for the awards. But our team is a 96 overall, 97 defense. We haven't gone up at all on that yet. But we've got 3 games in the playoffs, hopefully. That's going to be the next episode. Make sure you smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. Get ready for that playoff special, baby, because we're trying to win another Super Bowl before this series ends. Smash like, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. See ya!